Other interesting political news, you have the Los Angeles mayor, Ms. Bass, investigating why no one told her not to go on vacation to Ghana, Africa. Which, yeah, why didn't they tell me not to go on vacation? Well, why should how should I know that I need to stay where I am and do my job? Which is oddly reminiscent to Ted Cruz leaving during the Ice Mageddon, but yeah, he got roasted. He's still in politics, though, and he actually did some good. Now, a lot of people blame ERCOT, but another topic for another time, perhaps. But let's just say he didn't. His Ted Cruz's mistakes weren't so bad where he hired all DEI firemen turned out to be lesbians, but they forgot you need water to put out fires. That's how bad California is mismanaged. And yet they still keep voting for Gavin Newsom and Miss Bass, which blows my mind. But there are also people who quote vote blue no matter who. Now this comes with thanks to and wokeness, and he says quote Los Angeles Mayor Bass is investigating why no one told her not to go on vacation to Ghana, which a weird place to go on vacation as well. And this is credit to Fox 11, which somehow still in business. I'm actually pretty shocked these companies still have enough money to actually afford a camera these days. Though to the interview's credit, he did suit up as all men should, and I guess she did too.
When I talked about it with the fire chief, what she said is that we have warnings of Santa Ana winds a lot, but predicting this, and you saw, we from the city, from the county, that level of preparation really didn't happen. So it didn't reach that level to me to say something terrible could happen and maybe you shouldn't have gone on the trip.
Why didn't it
But to
happen?
me, I don't know. I mean, I think that that's one of the things we need to look at. So 2 investigations are taking place. One internal to the city, and that's the Fire Commission, because that's mandated by the city charter. So the commission will hire an outside entity to examine everything, the pre-deployment, why were firefighters sent home, all of that should have taken place that didn't. And then also the governor has contracted with the Fire Safety Research Institute, which is a national institute that investigated what happened in the fires in Maui. So everything that happened, including that, needs to be examined. But I will tell you that I felt absolutely terrible not being here for my city and not being here for my family, who was impacted by the fires as well. And so when I say it was a mistake, absolutely, the idea that I was not present was very painful.
Why do all leftists look like they're bad guys from like a Batman movie? And again, I don't have much ground to stand on. I'm not Leonardo DiCaprio or whatever, but yeah, why do they always look like they're like an evil Batman villain? For those who perhaps are blessed, but because they're not watching this on the YouTube or Rumble, Mayor Bass has very short curly hair, okay glasses, wearing a tan, like a teal suit, weird color, and a creepy smile, almost as creepy as Kamala Harris, dare I say? And yeah, why didn't people tell me not to go on vacation to halfway across the globe? Like, really? It's like the most mismanaged state on the planet, I would argue, is California. They forgot, oh yeah, you need water to fight fires? You probably should have water in the water reservoirs. I mean, water is quite literally in the title of the facility, water reservoirs. I mean, one would think you'd have water in there. Or firemen, well, in this case they didn't, but they had lady fire chiefs who said, if a guy gets stuck in a fire, it's his fault. I don't know how that person still has a job, but again, you get what you vote for. Now, this didn't go as viral as I thought. It got about 130,000 views and 2.7 thousand likes. One of the first comments comes from Cool Christian Engineer, who says, quote, the only way you can stop him is a AI-generated picture of Gavin Newsom and Miss Bass, and they're holding up a sign. Well, they're standing in front of a Hollywood sign that's on fire, and the sign that they're holding up says, fire us, getting 43 likes, which I don't think they will. Again, California, every year it seems to get a little bit worse. They lose, the biggest businesses are leaving, a lot of people are leaving. No matter what, people literally die crapping the streets in San Francisco. So many people, they created a poop app so you could walk around it, but there's such a high frequency of defecation, the whole map is brown. It is the most mismanaged state in the union, and yet they keep getting reelected. So like they say, fire us. I venture to say I don't think they'll ever be fired. Again, a lot of people vote blue no matter who. There are some Republicans who do that, don't get me wrong, but they don't make a mantra about it and worship it. I can't help but think it's a much lesser statistical percentage or as a whole. Now, Gunther Eagleman says, quote, more Bass needs to resign in disgrace. I don't know why I said Moore. Moore Bass? Is that her first name? I mean, she's as attractive as Lori Lightfoot. I'll give her that. And is mentally vacuous. Cash Loren says these commies never take responsibility for the actions, getting 22 likes. Let's see here. What's this? Someone by name. And a lot of you might be wondering, how much is she making? Now, this is from Grok, or AI from Twitter, and say Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass earns an annual salary of approximately between $300,000 and $311,879 based on available data up to February 19th, 2025. Public records in 2023 indicate her salary was $311,879 as reported by Gov Salaries. Which, can't but think there's also healthcare benefits and other stuff on top of that. And maybe a pension. Over $250,000 to be the mayor of Los Angeles. And yeah, another example of government employees getting paid regardless of results. Now, you also have I Love American News saying, quote, Bass is a communist. She took 15 trips to Cuba. And Robbie Starbuck did a tweet. This is a screenshot there. It says, quote, a Democrat mayor of LA, Karen Bass, was a literal communist organizer who visited Cuba at least 15 times before she ran for office. On those trips, members of the groups she was on got trained to be terrorists. Some became bombers. Karen Bass became an elected Democrat. Evil. Gained 54 likes, which, yeah, I've had one or two friends who've gone to Cuba throughout the years, mostly for the cigars. But, yeah, I was going to say 15 times. That's pretty unusual. Scrolling down more and more. You have Chaotic Genius saying, quote, Rome burned while Nero played a fiddle. Los Angeles burned while Karen Bass took a vacation. But don't worry, she's launching an investigation to find someone else to blame. Gaining 54 likes. Yeah. Old School Eddie says, quote, I don't understand how people like her get elected. Do they take courses on defending blame and gaslighting to get elected in California? Gain 41 likes, which, yeah, probably. Again, a lot of people, and Republicans there's some Republican voters who do this too. They see a ballot and they'll just go, oh, that's got an R next to it? All right. It's got a D next to it? Yeah, I'll vote for it. I mean, there's a lot, I'm a little concerned. There's a lot of low intellect voters out there, or a lot of people don't do any research. A lot of people just vote party lines, which, I mean, especially if there are so many rhinos, you definitely can't do that if you're a Republican. You have to research them because there's a lot of rhinos out there. Jared March says she's a joke. There's a picture of her juxtapositioned with the AI picture of her as a Joker, I think. Are those just two of the same picture? It's hard to tell. It did get 10 likes, though. Where's Batman? Let's see. You also have Lynn Wallace saying, quote, Karen Bass used a very effective ploy of avoiding responsibility. She said, quote, no one told me not to. Getting 16 likes, which, yeah, it's a very childish argument. But, again, it'll probably work. People still vote for her. Let's see. Sputnik says, quote, she already made a post about how there was a wildfire danger before she even left. This is just another lie. Getting 19 likes. Interesting. You also allowed the brush in the forest to actually build up. I believe it's the eucalyptus tree. It's an invasive species in California where there's very high oil content. They're extremely flammable. And one of the reasons why California has all these wildfires is they don't do their jobs. Well, a lot of government employees, but they actually don't take care of the forest. So you have extra flammable material on the forest floor, just collecting there more and more and more. So when there's a fire, it grows exponentially. So we'll see if there's any political ramifications for Karen Bass, if they actually vote for someone else. But I'm pretty pessimistic. I don't even think she'll be. I don't think she'll be primary next time. Probably just get reelected. But let me know your thoughts, because as always, be fascinated to hear what you had to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Again, try to get to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you can click that button, I really appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make sure better and better. First live stream, again, it's going to be Q&A live stream. It's going to be tomorrow, February 22nd at 6 p.m. Texas time, or some people call it 6 p.m. Central time. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.